another episode of Screen Surfers. As always, I'm Andrew Sorsdahl.
I'm Francois Nation. That camera over there is where I'm looking. I'm Francois Nation. Good to see you.
Good to see you all again in the happy land of movie reviews. I don't know why that's a land. Anyways, we're going to chug right on.
We also can't see you.
No. Well, we can in our minds.
Yeah.
If we think hard enough. Today we're going to be talking about a new-ish movie. It came out in the last year. Within the last year, did it not? 2022?
Yeah, it came out this year, I think.
Yeah, it came out this year. The Bubble. Directed and written, I believe, by Judd Apatow.
I actually have no idea, and this is bad. There's actually a lot of standout parts of this movie that I wanted to look up and get actors' names and stuff. And I didn't do that, so now I'm just gonna have to vaguely talk about what they look like and stuff. But whatever.
We're kind of more going for a more loosey-goosey kind of thing, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall impression. I mean, I'm a huge Judd Apatow fan. I don't know if there's anything specifically that I dislike of his work. Maybe This Is 40 would be for me. But everything else I loved, and this is no exception. I really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this one.
Yeah. It's a cool, like Andrew said. I think it's really new. Actually, I think it came out on April 1st, maybe.
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
Because I remember seeing the marketing, the way they marketed this movie. So the movie is called The Bubble, and it's about making a movie during COVID times, and that's kind of the premise. And I remember the marketing for this movie, leading up, they marketed the movie as if it was the movie that they're making in the movie. If that makes sense.
Right.
And so they're making this movie called Cliff Beast 6. And so leading up, all the posters they released on Netflix and stuff were all for this movie called Cliff Beast 6. And then obviously you notice right away that they're releasing on April 1st, so there was a little something awry there. Anyways, so the movie ended up being called The Bubble. And yeah, it's about trying to make this movie Cliff Beast 6, which is your generic action fare during COVID times. And yeah, I thought it was really funny. I don't know.
It's been I haven't really seen a whole lot that's dealt with the whole COVID thing so far, and I thought it was really well done, specifically in how they treated the whole COVID thing and the jokes they made about COVID. They had some really funny, quarantine stuff and some a couple really great scenes just with the whole I always think of Arrested Development, but the no touching, no human contact, you can't touch each other on set, and that's this whole thing, and that was really funny and dealt with really interestingly. And overall, I mean, fucking crazy cast.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
It was
cast.
Really, really stacked, and it was it wasn't just the main cast. That was because it's they had Keegan-Michael Key, they had Leslie Mann, they had what the fuck's her name? Why can't I think right now? Karen Gillan from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Pascal, whatever.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
John Lithgow. He's a cameo, but he cameos in the movie.
So does McAvoy.
James McAvoy cameos in the movie. What the fuck's her name from SNL? The blonde from SNL. Super funny. Fuck, she's so good. Yeah. Oh my god, why can't I think about her name? I was just talking about her yesterday. Anyways, SNL.
Oh, she plays the studio head.
Yeah, she's really funny. Yeah, it was actually really impressive. I'm surprised they were able to. Actually, we were talking about this a little bit before, but this movie doesn't feel a ton like Judd Apatow's other movies. It doesn't really feel like 40-Year-Old Virgin, and it doesn't feel like. Wait, is 40-Year-Old Virgin a Judd Apatow movie?
Yep. Oh, yeah. 100%. That was the one that catapulted him.
It doesn't feel knocked up. It doesn't really have an air of drama about it. Really at all, or not serious drama?
All the drama is in service of all the jokes about the showbiz people.
Yeah.
Because The Bubble is really a perfect name. It works in so many levels. There's the bubble that they're in, making the movie in terms of a COVID safe bubble. Mm-hmm. And then there's also all the commentary they make about, the bubble of being in show business and wealthy, and all that stuff is a big theme of, lots of jokes, lots of ridicule around that, self-deprecating stuff in terms of self-deprecating to the entertainment industry and actors and whatever.
But yeah, we were talking about how this movie kind of doesn't feel like your traditional Judd Apatow movie. This feels more in line with I don't want to say your average comedy, but I don't know, like more common comedy, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that, because like Judd Apatow is known for like masterfully weaving in drama with comedy and like having these really like hard hitting real situations, but doing it in a way that is funny and is relatable and is easy to watch.
But has this touch of realism, and it's not like the traditional joke, like
Yeah.
set up punchline kind of thing. And this movie very much has the more of a rapid fire kind of
Yeah.
like set up punchline sort of thing.
It's very light, and which was enjoyable to me. And I think it's like it's very purposely done that way. Like it's a movie obviously made to poke fun at COVID and how serious and how shitty that was.
Hyper meta. Like if you really think about like all the jokes they make about like we are making like there's not very many movies coming out right now. Like we are making a movie for these people, so they have something to do, and they're obviously referring to the movie they're making in the movie, but it's all a commentary about this whole ridiculous thing of like carrying on this industry that's makes a bunch of money on the one hand, but like it's in shambles now because of was in shambles anyways because of COVID and like just the weird hypocrisy of like spending all this money and doing all this during this global pandemic when people are struggling to like fucking pay their bills and they're like we're the important guys.
Yeah.
We're so brave that we're doing this. They make all these like it's obviously a joke, but they make all these comments like that, and sorry to monopolize here, but it really reminded me of that thing that we both fucking hated where all the celebrities were singing parts of Imagine from their fucking mansions, and it's like, oh my god, these people are up their own fucking asses.
Yeah, so fucking self-important. But yeah, so going back to like how it doesn't feel like your typical Judd Apatow affair. The closest thing I could think of that this movie really made me think of, and like thinking about the cast and how stacked the cast is, and this is similar in that regard as well, is like this kind of felt like a spiritual successor to Tropic Thunder.
Drew heavily on.
Yeah.
I
mean, like obviously in the sense that it's a movie about making movies and it's a comedy, and I mean it's light, and like I'll say this, Tropic Thunder had more drama or like bits of drama. I actually don't know. Both movies are very light and very funny and very like very tongue in cheek, and like so I don't know. Like I think in that sense, what I would say is like if you enjoy Tropic Thunder, which I know we did a lot, like that movie is fucking.
I'm not sure if the Will Ferrell thing will come out. It won't come out before this. We talked about Will Ferrell in another episode that you'll maybe see, and Tropic Thunder to me is one of those litmus test movies of like, did you like that movie? Yes. Okay. Cool. Like, we can hang out. We can talk. And if you didn't like Tropic Thunder, it's like, who hurt you? Why don't you like this? Yeah. It's like, it's all subjective, but like that movie's objectively funny.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say like if you enjoyed Tropic Thunder, I think you're probably gonna enjoy this movie because it has like a similar, like the rating is similar. Like it's a rated R. It's like the similar type of comedy. It's got a stacked cast. It's a movie about making movies. So it's like a lot of the pieces are very similar. I mean, like obviously Tropic Thunder's got the whole Vietnam action movie angle going, which this movie doesn't necessarily.
This one leans a lot more into the whole movie about making movies thing.
Yeah, it's you see a lot more like behind the scenes stuff, and like I mean, I forgot to mention David Duchovny's in this movie, which I fucking am remiss to not mention because I love David Duchovny.
I think his comedic roles are some of the best that he's done, like the non X-Files stuff. I love him in X-Files. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't almost recognize him.
He's getting old.
Yeah, like he looked older. Like I did not place him at first.
He actually makes a joke about that in the movie, which was really funny, where he's like, there's this one scene in the movie, I don't want to spoil it, but it's like they all get high basically, and it's like this really weird funny scene, and anyways, there's this line David Duchovny says where he's like, man, I used to have one of those faces when I was young. I was so good looking. He's like, I was so good looking. You just wanted to punch me in my fucking face. I was so good looking. And it's like, that's so funny and so fucking true. But yes, he was in this movie, and I will be in support of David Duchovny affair forever. Fuck that. Love that guy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything negative to say about the movie. It's like a
Really?
good,
Yeah.
light, fun comedy movie. I think the jokes hit. There's like a lot of moments that are like quite laugh out loud. I think a lot of the performances are pretty standout. Oh, fucking John Cena cameos in this movie too.
That's
Another
right,
fucking
yeah.
crazy cameo.
Just goes to show, like, a guy like Apatow who just knows everybody in fucking Hollywood.
Yeah.
And can just, like, call on those, I don't know if it's necessarily favors, but, like, a Judd Apatow film, regardless of what it is a thing that people want to be in because of his name.
Yeah.
So you just get this crazy cast, and because you get this, I'm trying to think if this movie would have worked if it was, like, even half as stacked of a cast. I don't think it would have.
Yeah, I think it needs to be like a movie like this about making movies. It needs to be recognizable faces, but
Totally.
it's interesting. The faces they got are interesting because it's not because like Tropic Thunder had the benefit of having like A-list,
A-list,
yeah, like Ben at the time, anyways. Ben Stiller, like Robert Downey Jr., like people who are very, very, very famous.
With the exception of like Jay Baruchel.
yeah, and then they also had like the fluff cast. Jack Black's in that movie. But this movie, it was interesting because they chose contemporary actors who aren't necessarily like superstars, but I think they're well known enough that
they're all relevant now.
Yeah, like Pedro Pascal obviously because The Mandalorian, fucking Karen Gillan because of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and like her indie stuff she's doing. Keegan-Michael Key's obviously,
I mean,
from his TV show.
Iris Apatow, of course.
Yeah. She was interesting. She
was great. I thought her whole like character and her whole storyline was really interesting.
She definitely like she's the modernity part of the movie, like the TikTok generation, and I don't know. She played that.
She played it well.
Really well. Yeah.
I actually I really hope she does more. I really want to see more from her.
Yeah,
actually.
I watched this movie 1.5 times. So like the first time I watched the movie, I got like halfway through it, and then I got busy or something, so I couldn't pick it up again. But I remember enjoying the first half, which is why I wanted to pick it up again. But I thought it was her sister for the whole movie I'm watching. I thought it was her older sister, and then when I realized it was the younger Apatow girl, I was like, "Holy fuck! You're the toddler from fucking." Knocked up,
and this is
in
40,
the backseat.
yeah.
Like, oh my god! Like, fucking time is leaving us all. Death is coming for us all.
Which app is it? Her who's in Love as the?
Oh, I have no idea.
It's one of them though.
The older sister is in that what the fuck's that show called on HBO? Oh, it's so popular right now. Euphoria. The older sister, Maude Apatow, she's in Euphoria. She's one of the main characters. She's really fucking good in Euphoria. And she played, this isn't a review for Euphoria, but that's also a fucking show.
I have to watch that show. Anyways, back to The Bubble. Yeah, Tropic Thunder vibes, big time. It really has the benefit of also, I would say, some of these movies that get released straight to streaming service of like, you're already fucking paying for the streaming service. Mm-hmm. So it's like, is this worth your time to watch? Absolutely. Like if you're already paying for Netflix, 100% add this to your list, watch it. If you're looking for a good, like, I hate this term kind of, but late night comedy is what it would fall under. 100% watch it. You don't have to, there's no additional investment. I would even almost say though, like, it would be worth going to see in theaters if it were a theater movie.
Oh yeah. I think if this movie came out in theaters, I fucking for sure I would not have been mad had I seen this movie.
No.
I don't like, honestly, it's like one of those things where I think about the theater going experience and how it's different from just sitting on the couch and watching a movie. And it's like maybe this movie would have landed even a little bit better had you been with a crowd that had been in quarantine and like you did that atmosphere. Maybe it would, like, because it, like, obviously it feels appropriate to be sitting on a couch and watching at home because that feeds into the meta of the movie. But it's like maybe it also would have worked really well to have been in a crowd. I don't know, but yeah, I thought it was really good. Like, I gotta call out like a few of the performances. Like, just I don't know what the actor's name is, but I would be remiss not to call him out because he's really funny. I think he's like a Middle Eastern actor or like.
Oh, he's from he's a British actor. He's famous for.
Yes, he's British. Sorry, he looks ethnically Middle Eastern.
No, he's in It's like he's like the star of or in that hyper popular British show. It's like about like the Muslim community in
Mm.
England. It's like something don't do. I can't remember the name of it, but he's a famous television actor
In the UK.
in the UK.
Okay, yeah. He was really fucking funny. He like
Oh yeah,
his delivery and just his character and like how fucking mad he is at COVID and the whole situation. How like he plays the guy who like none of it makes any sense to him, and he's like, this is fucking stupid and I hate this and like why do we have to do this? And he was really, really good. And like for a guy who I had no idea who he was. I love it when an actor that you don't know who they are sets himself apart like that and like and feels special in a movie. And I thought he was really great. But I honestly thought everybody did a great job in this movie. And even like I have like a problem with Keegan-Michael Key. Like he's one of those guys who has a face and a voice that I don't like. It's
I'm the exact opposite personally, so it's funny to hear that. But.
Yeah, not like it's just nothing against him, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah, me and Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in this movie, didn't bother me at all. And that big win for you, Keegan-Michael Key, because usually not a fan. But I thought he was really funny in this movie.
And his whole like Scientology thing that he was doing was just amazing.
This movie felt like whoever wrote it played off his strengths well, and that's what I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I don't know. Hard recommend. It's on Netflix. We should mention that. There's a movie there's an anime movie called Bubble, which is also a Netflix original. So if you look for it on Netflix, be sure to watch The Bubble, which is a live action film. We're not talking about a feature anime movie this whole time. So watch The Bubble, not Bubble. Well, maybe Bubble's good. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I can't endorse Bubble. We haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it, but we have seen The Bubble, and The Bubble is quite excellent.
Yeah, definitely great comedy movie. Nothing bad to say about it, really.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much for watching. I think we got anything else to say?
No, I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and
I think we want to watch Top Gun this month, so we're gonna try to go see that and try to review that. The new Obi-Wan show is coming out this month. I think we want to review that. I really badly want to do a review on the new Apple show, Prehistoric Planet, which is coming out this week, and I saw episode 1 and I really enjoyed it. So I'd love to shoot a review for that. But anyways, point is, stay tuned.
Lots more content
in the works. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you later.